We played Pinehurst No. 2 with Caddie Nate Leelong.
Earlier in the day, we had another Caddie, Jack Sodoma, as an analyst on our live broadcast of the North-South Amateur.
And as we did with Jack, we got tips from Nate on how to play the iconic Pinehurst No. 2.
Expect to shoot about 12 to 15 strokes over your normal score.
It can be frustrating out here, can't it?
It can be very mentally frustrating, and that's the key thing. Is probably the biggest thing about having a caddy is to try to help you keep your head in the game, and sometimes keep your mind off the game of golf and on other things, and not stressing about how tough the golf course is actually playing.
I mean, today was a hot day. I mean, and we were kind of slapping the ball around. I mean, how was that for you?
Well, I could be honest with you. At this point in the season, it's pretty powerful, the course, and I got my legs under me. Now, days like today, it does get a little bit draining, but great personalities with great people from all over the world makes this job worthwhile. So it's worth enduring the heat and the physical stress of it.
So, can they ask for you as a caddy?
Yeah, you can definitely request caddies. All you got to do is either call, or when you get here, go down to the caddy master and request the particular caddy. And it's better to do it ahead of time, because otherwise the caddy could actually already have another request or already be out on the loop.
Okay. My guess is that if this is your first time here, you really should have a caddy.
Definitely. I would suggest anybody that comes here to play No. 2, particularly your first time, to definitely carry a caddy. Now, I think it's better to carry a caddy and walk the golf course every time you play it, but most definitely the first time.
And I think there's a couple of reasons. One is the fact I didn't see certain things on the green today that you were seeing.
There are definitely certain breaks out here that are going to go up against the slope. You can see a slope that might be going looks like it goes left to right or right to left, and the break actually breaks up the slope. And then you have other greens where you got an upslope, but the ball will ride fast up the upslope because you're going down to, on the opposite side, a low part of the golf course.
And you can walk too. That's the great thing about this. Having a caddy is you can actually walk the course yourself.
Yeah. And No. 2 is probably the best walking golf course in America. It's a classic old school design. All the tee boxes are right off every green, and it's not a lot of elevation, and you can get around pretty easily, besides from the fact that golf course is going to put a strain on you around the greens. Okay. But other than that, it's a pretty easy walk.
Talk about the 3rd and the 5th hole, because Donald Ross's house is there. And
yes, it is.
You said that those 2 greens have been tinkered with, and they're tricky.
Yeah, well, Donald Ross's house sits right off the 3rd green and the right side of the 5th green. So, and it was probably around 80 years ago when he would sit on his top balcony of his house. The tree line was so low that when he sat out there, he could actually watch the golfers playing and putting on the golf greens on 3rd and 5th hole. And if he saw something that looked a little too easy, or he didn't see a putt that he liked the way it broke, he would venture out and would tinker with those holes periodically. And so those 2 holes particularly, you have breaks that move in ways that to the eye is very deceiving. And probably some of the most intriguing breaks I've ever experienced anywhere in the country.
And that you need a caddy for.
Yes, because otherwise you can turn a bogey 5 or a par 4 into a triple bogey or quadruple bogey real easy by not knowing how those greens break.
Nate, hey, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Had a great time with you.
Yeah, enjoyed being out with you. Please come back and see us.